Greetings to everyone. Thank you so much to the GCBN team for allowing me to speak on the Noon Nugget platform. If you are just coming in or are unaware, my name is Jerome Copeland. I am the owner of Romedia LLC. We are a one-stop shop event services company. So we focus on managing all the various components of our clients' events, anything from food and beverage, to media, photography, videography, pro audio, staging, lighting, everything. We're a one-stop shop. And I'm also the owner of Palitek Consulting Group, where we are a technology consultancy that specializes in supporting clients on very technical projects, on various technical projects, primarily in the software development vertical and the technical infrastructure vertical. So again, thank you so much. My background is in consulting and project management. And today, I just want to spend some time to speak to everyone about integrating your competencies in driving business growth. Because I am in consulting, I get the opportunity to speak with numerous people. And one thing I often hear is, I can't do this particular thing for my business until I start this, or until I learn this, until I get this, or even from aspiring business owners, I can't start until, something else happens. And one thing I want to share with everyone is, you don't have to wait around for something to happen, because the unfortunate truth is, if you're waiting around for something to happen, it's probably not going to happen, right? Most successful business owners find ways to be successful. There's no right or wrong way to do it, but you can delay your success just waiting around and trying to make things to happen. So one thing I want everyone to just focus on today and kind of grasp is you need to leverage the skills that you currently have to drive your current business, or to grow your business, or to even start your business. Back when I was deciding to create another stream of income, I thought I had to do all these various things. The first one that I would always see around people being successful in was real estate. I knew absolutely nothing about real estate. I was still living with my parents, paying rent, and I thought I needed to get into real estate in some capacity to be successful, or to have a passive income. Unfortunately, that phased out, and I got into hospitality, which eventually, life is full circle. That's starting to have a return on investment now. But the thing is, I delayed so much time in trying these various things to get additional streams of income when I could have just been focusing on the skills that I currently have. And as soon as I focused on my skills, everything clicked. So I sat down one day and was like, okay, what am I good at? I'm a personal person. I'm a sociable person. I am great at project management. I've always worked in project management in the corporate realm. I can make things happen. I'm organized. How can I leverage these skills to grow my business? And that's how my first business, Romedia, was created. So many people ask me, how can you start the business without knowing the particular skills? Well, that's perfectly fine. If you want to start construction business, if you want to start some type of other business that might require a lot of equipment, focus on those skills that you currently have, and then leverage your contacts. So for instance, if you want to start a construction business, maybe look at, okay, I'm organized, I understand the business side, and then reach out to those various contacts, develop some type of deal or contract with them on how you can kind of support their organization, and maybe be an account executive for them, an account manager. And, obviously you would get a commission off of all the various sales until you're able to build up enough capital to go get your equipment. All right. So one exercise I kind of want to show you guys here is the Noon Nugget takeaway. So this is a simple exercise. On the right, we have a little table. The first column is skills, and the second column is business goals. I highly suggest everyone do this maybe digitally. However, you can do it on pen and paper, but you'll get the point in a second. The reason why I say that is I want you in that first column, when you get an opportunity, lay out all your skills from your strongest to your weakest. And anything you feel comfortable doing, lay that out. And then on the right, lay out all your business goals. Everyone, obviously the first one is to generate income, but lay out all your goals. Like, do you want to make people happy? Do you want to have some type of retainment engagement where you're constantly interacting with clients? Do you want to get your community involved? Lay out everything. And once you have everything laid out, I want you to start matching those skills with those business goals. Once you start matching those skills with your business goals, you'll start to identify either new work streams that you can add to your business, or you might identify ways to grow current work streams that you already have in your business, but you're just connecting those dots. And that's a good way of leveraging your current skills. That's a good way of growing your business. And more than likely, you don't have to invest or lose any capital on it. Because again, the goal of growing a business is to have a return on your investment. We're entrepreneurs, we're business owners because more than likely, we want to work for ourselves. We don't want to report to anyone else. We want to have the freedom. So if we're having all these expenses and all this crazy overhead, that's diminishing the time where we can be free. So I think this simple exercise is a good way for someone to identify those skills and kind of reverse engineer those ways they can leverage those skills to drive their business and grow their business. So I kind of want to spend the next 5 minutes with questions and comments.
This is so awesome. Such good information that you're sharing with us. I have a question to ask. What if I'm a new business owner and I don't really know I'm not assured of my skill set. And I'm wondering what would you recommend as a new business owner? Do you think it's important to connect with a consultant, or should I just do it yourself? What do you think?
Well, as a consultant, I'm always going to say it's great to connect with a consultant, right? I'm a consultant and I have a consultant.
Okay.
So always want to get, I guess, that second opinion from either a consultant, from a coach, someone that can help you just think things through, someone who's gone through what you're going through and can kind of inform you of all the risks, inform you of, I guess, how to build a roadmap. Because again, there's no right or wrong way to do it, but there is various things that you need. So you need to set up a business roadmap. You need to set up a plan. You need to identify all your objectives of your business. So 100%, you want to speak with a consultant. And I'm wearing my Romedia shirt today, but again, I do have this work stream within Palitek. So I added my email here to this first page of our slide. And you can connect with me, Jerome C. at palitekconsulting.com or info@Romedia LLC. And I'd be happy to walk you through this conversation as well. But 100%, I would suggest meeting with a consultant. Again, as a consultant, as a consultant of 9 years, I have a consultant. right?
Okay.
And
Okay. Because often you hear the opportunity is I can't afford. I'm starting up. I can't afford a consultant. I
mhm.
often say you can't afford not to, because have you experienced in those years that you have to retract some of the
Mhm.
opportunities in the steps, because had you had that guidance earlier on, it would have been instrumental?
Oh, 100%. So, my consultant, Max, he's called the consultant's consultant. And, we had this conversation numerous times over the past few months. And he's like, hey, you can do it right the first time, or you can
Mhm.
think you're doing it right for a few months and then figure out you're doing it wrong. And 100%, just as somebody, with a family, um, this is a separate conversation, but you'd be amazed at how many things we spend our money on that add no value to our business. And over the course of time, that adds up. The dinners, the hanging out, the fun stuff. My mom says, well, if you don't know, Beth is my mom, but something she said when I was growing up was play now, pay later. So you find a way to do what you want to do. All right. I found my way halfway across the world when I probably shouldn't have been there. So you can find ways to invest in your business. And something I always say is like, if you want it, you'll want it. And sometimes you think you want it and you don't want it. But if you really want it, then you'll want the sacrifice it takes. You'll want the commitment it takes. So to answer your question, if you can't afford it, you got to find a way to afford it. All right.
Right,
Because
right.
you'd be amazed at how many things we find our way to afford. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing that I think is critical to what you said, pay now, play later, I think it determines whether or not you're truly serious about business ownership. I have a great opportunity, and yes, I am his mother, and this thrills me that he's on this call and that I can speak today because my voice has been challenged this week. But to be able to have this conversation, the thing that I've heard and I've watched you do is not become discouraged in the way of small beginnings. When you've thrown a challenge in business, being a new business owner, or your consultancy business started 9 years ago, but the opportunity is not to give up. Would you say? How do you continue to move forward even when things aren't shaking? I named you in my live that I did a few minutes ago. You don't know it, but I introduced it for people to come join us. And I named you as a mover and a shaker. Why do you believe that those terms are essential for every business owner to be able to operate in, to be successful in business?
So you're saying like why most business owners need to be movers and shakers?
Right. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, it kind of takes it takes you. So it takes someone who wants to make it happen, right?
Right.
That's
Right.
the nicest way I can put
Well,
it.
well, well, let me give you a case in point for the event that Romedia had over the weekend.
Right.
Your client had never quit. I like that, Carla, never quit. Your client approached you for that job and they had a need, but the venue didn't have the structure for what you needed to be successful.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that one, what,
Okay.
what
So yeah, I mean, yeah,
how, what, yeah,
I just want to touch back on your first question because I just want to understand. I want to be empathetic with my answer. Like that's what I'm trying to do. That's what the the holdup was. I want to make sure I'm giving out empathy. But so here we go. to be a mover and shaker, you need to be a mover and shaker because a successful business owner is going to be challenged at the beginning, and you have to anticipate that. But at the end of the day, when things go sour, if you give up, a lot of your time will be wasted, right? And you also never know what's on the other side. So that's my empathy way. The way I do it is, I'm an athlete, so you have to think next play, right? My high school basketball coach always said no excuses. All right, he'd tell you to shut up if you were trying to make an excuse in the middle of the whole school. So but focus on my empathy way, and it's gonna be difficult, right? And everyone's been there. Jeff Bezos, one of my favorite CEOs over at Amazon, he has numerous stories, numerous interviews on YouTube. Things are gonna go sour. There's gonna be downtime, but leverage that time, right? This whole conversation is about leveraging. Leverage that time. What can I do? Right. And also go back to your lessons learned. There's always something to do. So one thing I'm learning about, now that I'm finally have a house and I understand real estate, there's always something to do, right? So if you have downtime in your business, don't just sit at a corner, twiddle your thumb, stare at the ceiling. No, go back and look, okay, what's my process? So this is going to answer your second question, Mom. Okay, I got downtime. What can I do? How can I scale up? How can I scale down? Right? We had a beverage event over the weekend. They had no beverage infrastructure at the event hall. That's perfectly fine. Now, I've been doing this, for so long. This was already in the back of my mind a long time ago, but it's a good opportunity, for the sake of the example, it would be a good opportunity to say, okay, how can I scale up when these things aren't around? What can I do to make this happen? Right. What things, if there's enough capital, right? What equipment, what things can I focus? So when we get in these type of situations, go back to my lessons learned. Okay, there is no beverage stand. Can I go make that happen? How can I make that happen? All right, that's if there's capital. If there's not capital, all right, process. Process leads to success. How do I onboard a client? Is it smooth? Is it complicated? Is it streamlined? Is there too much back and forth? If you have too much back and forth with the client, they're probably just going to change their mind, right? How can I make them say yes with one email as opposed to 4? So, there's going to be downtimes, but you have to leverage the downtime to your success, right? So that's 2 examples. Sit down, invest. If you have capital, sit down, invest in the business, figure out, where you can scale up at, like my mom's example of the weekend, find equipment where you can still service your customers, your clientele when it's not there. Second thing, if there's no capital, focus on your process, because your process leads to your success. So 2 things you can do during downtime, sour times.
Okay. And the other opportunity that I saw is also introduced a third. Is there an opportunity to go back and negotiate or renegotiate the opportunity with the client as well, to say best circumstances? And if you calculate prior to, because I think you went in knowing that the opportunity wasn't there, but how could you make it successful for the client, and then offer an opportunity for that client to reevaluate? Okay, so this isn't the best circumstances, but I can make it happen for you, and I can make it happen for you in excellence, but this might require something else of you. I think you just have to have those conversations sometimes.
Yeah.
And
and I'm sure this is something that everybody is able to do, but you just have to think outside of the box. You have to be strategic with your business. A lot of people think being a business owner is the main focus should be like your tactical side. And this is something that, my consultant, the consultant's consultant, as he calls himself, has helped me with. You need to focus on the strategy first. The tactical stuff will trickle down. So yeah, you have to be strategic, during those times. Go back to those clients. If you, depending on how your business works, if you have some type of reoccurring model, obviously, let them know, hey, we're still, operating. This is what we can do for you. Go back to them, ask them for referrals. Anyone else who might need us? We'll give you 5%, 10% type of, situation or something. You just have to be strategic, because at the end of the day, your business is only going to be as successful as you allow it to be.
Awesome. Awesome. Wonderful. This is great information. Wow. I didn't mean to interrupt your flow, but I just had a couple of questions related to what you were saying. I was over on the Facebook side of the house and I was like, let me get on this Zoom call. This is awesome. Wonderful.
Do we have somebody checking on the Facebook side? Make sure there aren't any questions, comments on that side too.
Yes, your lovely wife Bianca is over there checking it out and keeping it coming. Yeah.
We don't have any questions right now, but we have some great interaction, just comments, reinforcing what you're saying. If you really want it, you'll make the sacrifice and just be strategic. And someone asking for your website, which I gave them the information for as well. So, but no questions as of right now.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. Look at Jerome Wilson's on the call. Hey there, mama's always interrupt. This is a proud Mama Tay right here. But, one of the opportunities that I have a respect for. Hi, Jerome Wilson. You want to chime in? Any questions, comment?
Well, good afternoon. Success to you, Jerome, from the other Jerome to the other Jerome. But I'm sorry I didn't get the whole segment. So if I asked a question, it would probably be out of order. So, but I'm just here to cheer you on. I'll look at the rebroadcast, and if anything else, I'll DM.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you for joining us today. But one thing that I heard Carla say, and it's good to see you, Carla, is never quit. And I believe that is something that, how do you continue to go on? Because you have wins, but you do have opportunities where there are tight periods where there's no new business, and some of the existing clients are challenging to deal with. I'm just going to be, just transparent here. How do you continue to go? What keeps you going?
Yeah, so you have to always think about the end goal. And this is kind of with anything that you're doing, right? If the end goal, a reminder of the end goal isn't good enough to keep you going, then you probably don't want it as bad as you want it. So just a constant reminder, I tell myself of, all my goals, things I want to do within the next 10 years, how I want to live my life, and what these successful businesses would and how they would help me do that. These successful businesses would help me do that. That's a constant reminder to keep going. So yeah, you just have to understand what's your end goal and let that kind of push you forward.
Awesome. I see that Palitek actually is an advantage to playing out in your other business ventures, because Palitek, that process is important, the project management piece. And I've learned from you the urgency of having a strategy and then going with the process and not circumventing the process. So that's why I really think it'd be a great opportunity that those that are interested and really growing your business and seeing greater results is to align with you and maybe partner with you for a consultation to see where there would be a greater opportunity for implementation of strategy in how to handle processes processes and reevaluate your flow of your business so that you can show opportunities for wins. Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, for sure. Palitek does have a coaching work stream. It's not typically advertised, but there is a coaching work stream, and I'd be more than happy to have those conversations, help you identify process, help you do process road mapping, help you do business road mapping as well. Like, what are your goals for this quarter? And, kind of help you reverse engineer the steps that can help you reach those goals from where you are now. So please definitely do not hesitate to reach out. Obviously, the more business consulting side is going to be Palitek Consulting Group, and you can reach out to me here, Jerome C at palitekconsulting.com. That's on the screen. And then obviously, Romedia is the event one-stop shop services company. So if you have any events that need various services, again, we do literally everything. You can reach out to me here at info@romediallc.com.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so excited about what God is doing in your life. I want to thank you for those that tuned in here on Zoom and on the Facebook live stream. Thank you always, Bianca, for your support. She's my personal assistant, and I PR for Georgia Christian Business Network. I'm so excited about not only Romedia, but I'm really excited about Palitek because it plays such a key role in helping businesses be successful. And that's what we're all about here at Georgia Christian Business Network. We're putting God back in business, but we need to understand that we serve an excellent God, and that if we're going to really reflect his image to the dark world, we've got to walk in excellence and implementation of strategies, processes, understanding your core competencies for your business are essential. So seeking an opportunity to work with someone like Jerome would be wonderful. And I don't just say it because I'm his mom. I'm telling you, there's great opportunities. He challenges me, especially with technology. Sometimes I want to shy away. And I'm like, I want them to just do it. But sometimes he said it's important that you understand the process yourself. You've got the skill, but you need to have those processes in place, and you need to understand the processes. So I want to encourage those that are on the fence and trying to decide, do I really want to invest in a consultant? That's money I can think I can do. God gave me the vision, but he also sent Moses help to uphold, to keep his hands lifted. So visit our website. Is there anything you needed to add, Jerome?
No, just deal to what you said, because again, I've been a consultant for 10 years, and as a consultant, I have a consultant. All right.
That's
and
awesome.
God focuses on consultants. So
I love that. I
100%.
love that. I love that. Accountability is important, and also greater insight. There's safety in a multitude of counselors. I want to invite you to visit our website, gcbnetwork.com. Email us, info@gcbnetwork.com. Listen, we've got some great opportunities. We want to be that catalyst for you and a resource to help you win in business and in life. Look, while you're out there, become a member or become a sponsor. I see one of our corporate sponsors on the call, Carla Houghton. We're so glad and thankful for you and your support to undergird what we do at Georgia Christian Business Network. Also, while you're out there, there's some great opportunities coming up. Ladies, God Golfing Girls, October, oh my goodness, September, come on, medicines, okay? August 18th through the 20th, join us. There's still opportunity. That Friday night is going to be an all-white party. So if you can't join us for the entire weekend, you want to show up that Friday night at a minimum. Okay, looking forward to talking to you soon, Jerome. Thank you so much for the great insights that you've shared with us today. And again, for those that have joined us on Facebook, we appreciate that. Jot your comments, and Jerome will make sure that Bianca will make sure that those questions or comments are addressed on that side of the house. For those that join us on Zoom, we appreciate your support and we look forward to seeing you at our next opportunity. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. God bless you. Bye-bye now. Great
Thank
job,
you.
Jerome. Awesome.
All right,
Amazing.
bye.
Bye-bye now.